So, hello everyone who is here live, but also everyone who will watch later this webinar in the Nellis app. Today we are with Ming from Malaysia. He will tell us by himself better about him. We are also with Peter David for the support. Myself, I am Franz from Greece, and I am let's say the host animator of today, and I'm very happy to be with you all. So just to start, because maybe you know that this kind of webinar are powered, I would say, are organized by the new big program at Nellis, which is the OML app. So I would like just to give you some information for 2 minutes about this app. Just give me a second. Here we go. Great. I think we can see the slides, right? Okay, good. So yes, today Ming is with us. Ming journey will be the main focus. As you will see, it will be great. His experience and journey has been great. I'm sure he will inspire a lot of people today and in the future. As you can see here, there is a logo on your left. This is the logo of the 1 Million Leaders app by Nellis. It's a big program that we have. What it is? First, it's a mobile application, and for $1 or more, but it starts from $1 a month, you can empower young sustainability or social leaders worldwide. Worldwide meaning, for example, from Africa, Asia, Latin America, etc. These kind of continents which are sometimes not very displayed and visible, and through the app, we are able to empower them and also to empower yourself. So empower, first word, the idea is to join a global movement, as you can see, of this kind of sustainability leaders. We do have this objective of 1 million leader in MENA, Africa, and Latin America and Asia by 2030. It's not just a word, it's really the objective through this app. And this webinar starts also this kind of objective. Then the second objective of this app for the users is to witness. Witness meaning that to be able to follow and to support the activities of young entrepreneurs. You know, it's a way for you and me and us to find people that might be interesting for us, for inspiration, but also for replication. That's the idea. As now, at the start of the app, we already have a lot of entrepreneurs and social innovators already in more than 50 countries worldwide. Third objective is to learn. Today is very important. Online learning is key for the young and less young generation. And through the app, you can access a dynamic, I would say, working and learning space with that we call the micro trainings. Micro trainings are little trainings on different aspects of sustainability and social innovation, very useful for young entrepreneurs, for example, or young social innovators. And through the app, you can access them for free. And last one, here we are, today we are here, is to belong, because sometimes when we tackle sustainability and social issues, we feel a bit alone. And in the app, the idea is really to gather people like all of us with the same mindset, with the diverse let's say, values and how can I say, projects, and to be part, all of us, of a community that gather in the app. And that gather for what? For this kind of event like the one of today. We have more than 30 annual community events online every year, and today is one of them. That was just a few words, sorry, about the app. Maybe you know them already. If you are interested, you can visit omlap.org. And we come to Ming. Ming, look, for us until now, I have just said your name and your country of, let's say, of basis, because for you it's very important, let's say, to say the basis, because you are a big traveler. Can you just let us know a bit more about you? And first of all, welcome, Ming, and thank you to be with us today. Thank you.
Yeah, so good evening, everyone. Good evening from Malaysia. So I'm currently in Penang, and a small island in Penang Island, and of course, within the island also we have the mainland of part of the Penang. And yeah, so selamat datang. That's our language in Bahasa Malaysia. Means welcome everyone. And so welcome everyone in this session. And yeah, so thank you to OML that having me tonight to share my experience and my journey with you all. Yeah, over to you, Freds.
Thank you, Ming. You will know much more about Ming in the next minutes, because here is the program for today. I would call it learning, but also inspiration, because Ming's story and journey is inspiring for everyone. You can discuss and comment all along in the chat while Ming is talking and presenting, and he will answer live to your question. Then we have a small discussion panel. I have prepared with Lucas from Colombia some questions for Ming that he will develop. And then we have a free chat with the participants with the time that is left. Free chat, meaning, or if you are shy in the chat, or if you are not, you can ask some questions live. The whole webinar, as you can see, is recorded. Why? Because through the app, you will be able to access the webinar later. It will be displayed in the app. That's the main objective of today. So, Ming, up to you. Let's start your journey. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Fred. And yeah, so good evening again, everyone. And yeah, so I will start. So I'm Ming, the same spelling as Ming Dynasty, but I'm from Malaysia. I'm not from China, but my origin have part of it. My ancestor maybe is from China. Yeah, so with that, then I will share my story with you all. Yeah, so this is me years back, much younger, maybe much youthful. Okay, so this is my name, Ming. And yeah, so today I'm sharing my journey, a journey west. So it's a classical China classic. Then, but this is my own journey. Okay, Ming journey. And so basically, is I'm starting in 2018. So I start my journey mostly by land from Malaysia all the way. You can see the dots in the map. That's where I went through all the way to Europe. So yeah, so with that, so in 2018, right before the year before COVID, so I have the chance after I submit my doctorate thesis, then I just have a gap of time. So I decided to do something crazy and I start my journey in 2018 across 23,000 kilometers within 200 days, 15 countries, and just one backpack. And this is my backpack, very simple and just with a 40 liters of capacity. So I don't have the strength or the body shape like all the European people, they a big one. So for me, I small size, so I use a 40 liters. And this is all my things with me. So I try to keep my baggage within 7 kilos. So just in case I need to take a flight, so I don't need to check in my flight, check in my luggage, and keep the cost minimal. And this is proof. So in 2018, so the ticket is the 28th February, the last day of February in 2018. I bought a ticket from Padang Besar, which is part of Malaysia, the northern part of Malaysia. And the train journey is taking me from Malaysia to Bangkok, my neighboring country. So you can see the bus, the ticket is from 5 p.m. until the next day, 10 in the morning. And I was in the train for almost 18 hours. Yeah, so this is in the morning, everyone is sitting. Then in the evening time, then the officer comes to start to change the space, and all the seat become a double bed at night. So we are sleeping on a bed, very quite comfortable. Then yeah, so this is me at night sharing the train with other people, and I just brush my teeth over there. No choice. Yeah. And yeah, so this is my first part of my first destination of starting off my journey. Bangkok. Okay. Then across the journey, so the next few photos I just randomized. So throughout this journey, I have a lot of diverse experience that I encounter, right? A lot of my first in my lifetime, okay? So first of all, I witnessed in India the daily population growth. Daily, it's not just a year. So it's daily population growth of almost 65,000 people per day. So this is their International Institute of Population. So the numbers is crazy for me. Okay. So within 1.5 years, they can produce a Malaysia population. Okay. Then I also have the chance in a desert. Malaysia is a tropical country, so we don't have desert. So I also just know that there's a desert in India, northern part of India, Rajasthan. And yeah, I also have the chance to bring my own Malaysia flag, Jalur Gemilang, and standing and take a photo with at the top of Hunza, Pakistan, by the way. Then I also have the chance, first time experience having an ice cream while accompanied by the soldier with the guns. Yeah, dessert in hand and in front of you is guns. I'm not sure how you experience, but for me, they are very friendly. So they are just escorting me on the journey. Then I also have the first time to have the journey to hitchhiking, means I stand on the roadside and hope people will pick me up on the journey. And this is anywhere that you want to go, you just pick me up. So I do that hitchhiking for across 18 days from Iran until Hungary. And also it's my first time in my lifetime holding a real gun. Okay, so this is one of the hosts that I met. The driver, pick up me on as when I hitchhike. So he have a gun. Okay, so this is the real gun that I had the chance to hold. And this is a truck driver, and I'm with him because he's hitchhiking. So 36 hours, I was sit side by side with him, or just sleep on the same truck space. And this is at the roadside. He just pulled out his truck, and yeah, magic happened. So we just picnic at the side. So we have the bread and the water to wash our hand, etc. Very nice. Then this is also my first time I had the chance to swim in a non-chlorinated. So this pool is not chlorinated, and we ourselves that dig the hole and waterproof the water swimming pool. And yeah, first time. So this is in Belgium. And across the journey, I also met a lot of wonderful people. I met this couple. So the guy is from Indonesia, the girl is from Netherlands. So they are doing from Netherlands, cycling all the way from Netherlands to Indonesia. So they have a Instagram called Everything in Between. So very long journey. And also met people, very young people. The girl is from Norway, the guy is from Italy. We are together here exploring Belgium at that time. And also met people from India that having wonderful dinner on, and in Iran, they are treating me very well with their food, and having picnic in England. All these is wonderful people that we have fun, we have joy, and I enjoy a lot throughout this journey. Yet on this journey, I also managed to observe and witness myself some of the situation, not just in developing country, but developed country also have the same issue. So rubbish waste is a big issue, a very, very big issue. Okay, so this is in Myanmar. So the kids is basically standing on top of the rubbish bin and picking up rubbish. And they are trying to scavenging for rubbish that is can sell and pass to the father in front. And this is some of the country that behind the house is already with rubbish. Then just imagine, so the water is very green, very clean, but just imagine just a blue of wind. Then all this rubbish will be going to the river, and where the river flow will be flowing to the sea. And bringing kids to the school, and the rubbish is just beside. and staying just beside this rubbish. And this one actually is a river, but you can see actually, you can't see the water itself. You are seeing a flow of rubbish. So all this is, I witness myself, I capture it with my own photo, my handphone. And yeah, washing clothes with dirty water and etc. And with that, so after 200 days, I back in Malaysia with all the diverse experience, wonderful people I met, and all the things that I witnessed and observed. Then I'm back to Malaysia after 200 days. Then with that in mind, that I want to see, I never know that whether Malaysia is clean or dirty or how it goes, because I see all that in other country. I'm more observant that time. Then with that, I get to know the World Cleanup Day. So I do a localized version of a global movement. World Cleanup Day basically is joined throughout this year. 197 countries joined through this event. Okay. And in Penang, waste is also an issue in Penang, Malaysia. So we are collected this rubbish just at the beach in Penang Island. And we are doing the waste audit. We are trying to segregate the rubbish. You can see different color, Coca-Cola bottles, and many other things. And many more. So I just noticed that Penang is not able to escape from the waste issue also in public area. And throughout this rubbish, I also get to know that there is a lot of recyclable, and non-recyclable material within the rubbish. And one of it is the foil nylon packaging. Okay, so like on the pictures, so all the coffee sachet, all the twisty, all your snacks, the Pringles, all the snacks is aluminium foil packaging with plastic and aluminium. So basically those material in Malaysia context, we're not able to recycle because it's multi-layered and multi-material. And because of COVID, the use of this kind of material is increasing crazy. Okay. And because of lack of local make ethical product choice to fulfill the increasing demand from the public and corporate also. So with that, I see a chance, and I decided from a solo backpackers, I try to venture myself into as a social entrepreneur. So what our solution basically is waste as a resource. We don't see waste as a waste. We see them as a resource, a chance to upcycle it. So we convert all this waste, all this packaging, used packaging, then and convert it to a product. So this is a basket that we can bring to the market, or the coaster that we can make handmade. And we use the approach of 6C. Okay, so basically is we collect the rubbish, the clean rubbish, the waste from the public. Then we pass to the community to let them clean the packaging and to cut it and to craft it, wave it, and to become a product. Then we will help them to commercialize it to people to use it. Then of course the user will consume. So we are using this 6C approach to convert all the waste to become a product. And with that, we try to reduce the waste throwing to the landfill. So this is some of the example, 100% community handmade products, durable, very durable, because all this packaging, they want to withstand your chips. Just imagine your chip is so fragile. They can still withstand it with the air inside. So this is all very, very strong materials. But because it's not recyclable, so we just throw into the rubbish bin and we'll go into the landfill and become a major waste issue and environmental issue. So we convert it to become a products, the handbags and the water handler, etc. So in the market also, we see the chance of the growth, 8.3% annual growth of ethical product. And with that, then we try to venture into this industry. So currently, our market, we're trying to see in Malaysia. We yet to export. And although we have some sales that is getting from a visitor from Belgium, from Australia, they buy from us. Yeah, so this is our website. We give a brand name of Isuka Life. Then this is our SDG goals. SDG goals. Okay, so we are looking at responsible consumption and production and reduce inequality. Why we're reduce inequality? Because we engage the people that is low income to help us to make product at their own free time. Yeah, so this is our beneficiaries. So our low income women's community. Yeah, so all this, whatever you see in their hands is made by them. Okay. And all the materials. Yeah, so this is the simulation. So if one product we are selling at 35 ringgit or dollars, sorry, 70. So the profit is 35 will be back to our company to grow our company. Then we are on environmental aspect, we'll reduce for every product that we sell, we'll reduce 0.8 kilograms of waste. Then we are generating income for the community, roughly 35 ringgit or dollars. Then with the amount that we are earning, we can help to reach out people on sustainability awareness. So this is if per unit. Then the projection for 5 years, etc. So it's as per the table. So this is our social enterprise called Aimpactz. So the core word actually is impact, IMPACTZ. So basically what we are doing is we aim for an impact, and do it from A to Z. That's what we want to mention, Aimpactz. And what basically we are doing, so Aimpactz is a social enterprise that focuses on waste as a resource projects and sustainability education. And at the same time, this year we also start to empower the social entrepreneurs. So this is our journey since 2019 after the cleanup. And yeah, so in 2019, we do the cleanup. Then in 2020, because COVID, so we reduce our capacity. We do some online things. And we also launched our Mindful Sustainability Practitioner Certification Program in 2021 through Zoom and through Telegram at that time. Then in 2022, because COVID is lifted, the movement restriction is lifted. So we have run a lot of programs. So this is the list for 2022. And of course, 2023 is a crazy year for us also because everyone is back to physical form. So we have running a lot of program, and coming this Saturday also we are doing work cleanup day, Penang version, Penang work cleanup day. So we are doing across 5 locations, engaging 300 plus volunteers at this year. Yeah, so with that, so that's all for my presentation for now. So over to you, Fred and Peter.
Thank you, Ming. Thank you a lot for all of these pictures from everywhere in the world. Look, we have a lot of things in the chat. The first one is about the name of your enterprise. People love it. For example, we have Boone who say it's a great name. And I know Boone is a very strict person. So if Boone says it's a very good name, it means that it is a very good name. I just tell you. I also understood now the name with the A to Z. Anyway, for more serious things, we have 2 big questions from Peter David. The first one, he asked if it was your journey that inspired you to become a social entrepreneur. I guess there is a part of it, but can you explain really the link of it? Weren't you aware of those issues just theoretically maybe, and the fact to see them face to face maybe helped you to engage? How it works, why you engage as a social entrepreneur?
So it's just a timing wise, because before my journey, I completed my doctorate. So at that time, I was also thinking about what next for me. So during the journey to the West, so it's a time for me for exploration. And on the journey, I start to know about this global issue of waste, then it's really triggered me. And when I also heard people that is doing a social enterprise on the journey, then I start to research on it. And when I'm back to Malaysia, then I see, yeah, why I want to do business just for profit? Why don't I do business for impact at the same time profit? So with that, then I discover this model, this social business and social entrepreneurship. Then yeah, so with that, then it started Aimpactz in 2019.
Nice. Okay. You just say the word which is important for the second question is the word profit, because you visited a lot of places or less, way less sometimes rich countries, some poor countries. We saw your pictures. Can you tell us more about the relationship between wealth and happiness? Because in rich countries, we believe that the more wealthy and the more consuming people we are, the more happy we are. But what can you say about it? You would so different kind of people and wealth and poor countries.
For me, because as you mentioned just now, so I cross developing country and developed countries that I stay with. So all these countries, I stay with the host, the local host. Some of the hosts, they are really very open and they host us. So at the time, so I think wealth is not just about country, whether it's developed or developing country, because within the country itself, within the developing countries, we have people that is very wealthy, and the wealth gap is even bigger. And same we go with the developed countries. So like all those, we see that the European country, a lot of us will think that, oh, European country is very rich, but within the country also they have the poor and rich issue. The gap is very big. So and your question is talking about whether it's related to happiness. For me, based on my observation throughout the journey, I met a lot of people that is really, really very basic. They live very basic, but they are very happy. They are very, very, very happy with their life. They enjoy their life day to day. They are in the moment. They are very present. So for me, it's up to our mindset and how we see the world and how we see our life. Not how much money we have, but of course, the basic necessity, the survival need to cover. With that, then it's up to us whether how we go with it. Whether you're poor or whether you are rich. It's how you manage the wealth. Yeah.
Thank you. Peter David, please.
Yeah, thank you, Ming. I wanted to ask this question. I also did a long journey 30 years ago, and my observation was very similar to yours, that there was a negative correlation between money, GDP, and the colorfulness and number of smiles in a country. There was a negative correlation, actually. The more money people had, the more gray the country was, the fewer smiles they had on their faces. It was very weird. As you said, people, you need to be able to survive, but beyond a certain level, it's really about being in the moment, being satisfied with what you have, making do with what you have, perhaps also.
True. And I noticed one thing is the more city it is, people is less happy it is throughout different countries. Yeah. The more city it is means people is chasing for material things, then the less happy they are, less smile they have, and etc. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, over to you.
Thank you, Ming. We also have a comment from Taifa. Taifa, she suggests you, maybe you already did something similar, if you could launch a mini program where you can show, the process on how to transform waste that we can find next to our home to useful products, because it could be impactful and everyone could replicate this process in the different places. You who have seen a lot of places, do you see there is maybe a common process, potential and easy to do for everyone?
I would say sometimes it's more towards localized, because culture play a big part of how things works and how process works. So a different country may have different approach. So my approach may not be suitable for other country. or of course, it may be suitable for them. So we need to do prototype, try it out, and see how it goes. But of course, like Taifa mentioned, yeah, we are doing currently is physical form because a lot of hands-on. So we are trying to approach. Hasana is previously also encouraging me to do an online version of it. So we are trying to experiment it and see how we can do it online. So thank you for that question.
Nice. Now we have the panel question. If every question you can see Ming is free to answer everything. So let me share now the panel question, please. Look, first question, it's about the theory of change, which is quite trendy today. Do you apply the theory of change with Aimpactz? And let's say, as a second question, how do you see your impact as a company scaling up in order to really engage for profound socio-environmental change? Is there a next step to take, or we replicate the same? How do you see that?
A very good question for that. So first of all, yeah, we also follow the theory of change. We have an objective, then we based on that, then we plan what is our outcome that we wanted throughout the whole, and what kind of impact that we want to do, and what activity that we need to run. So we do follow the theory of change. I can show you a diagram for it. Let me share my screen. And yeah, so this is my theory of change. So basically, what our goal is to create a sustainable and inclusive community by upcycling non-recyclable used packaging. Upcycling the community.
Full screen? Could you make it full screen, Ming? Because it's too small for us to see.
Yeah.
It was not, yeah.
Yeah, because theory of change is very complex, right? So we need to put in one diagram, so it's small. Yeah, let me project. Okay, so now it's a bit better. But basically, it's the goal, then what outcome that we are looking at, and what output and activity that we need to do, and we are supported with assumptions. So basically, we have 3 outcomes that we want to do, 3 ups, basically in short. First is upcycling. We want to use upcycling as a approach to ask people to do upcycling. And the second up is upskill. So we upskill the community that is needed. So we upskill them, we let them to learn new skill, upcycling skill, digital marketing, entrepreneurship, social entrepreneurship, etc. So we upskill them. And with these 2 ups, then we will help to uplift their life. Okay, so as a community, uplift their life. So 3 ups that we're looking at. So that is the short of theory of change for my company. And regarding the second question from Fred just now about how you see ourselves next. So to be honest, this year we are still exploring whether we want to duplicate the same model to other state, means other part of our country, other part of the world, or we want to focus in Penang. So we still experimenting because currently we are building an ecosystem within Penang. So we have this program, then we also want to develop some local social entrepreneur, but they need to have a platform to market their product and etc. So now we are trying to run our own green market, a marketplace that physical marketplace that people can come and all their product is sustainable and green and community-based. So we are doing that within Penang. So we are experimenting it within this year, then we'll see how next year goes and the coming years, whether we want to explore outside of Penang and go further or not.
Thank you. On that point, maybe people, but I repeat that you are a fellow of OMLAS, OML Asia Fellowship, the great fellowship in Asia around sustainability and social innovation. And did you use this program, for example, to refine a bit this theory of change, to adapt it to your own needs? how it helped, let's say, the program to considering this theory of.
So first of all, really thank you for OMLAS. It's a great fellowship, and with the support from Hassanal and other people and all the other fellows that support throughout this program. So because sometimes social entrepreneurship journey is a bit lonely sometimes. Everyone is going for work and up the career level. So social entrepreneurship is, I still remember when I tell people I'm I'm doing social entrepreneurship, people say, are you doing social media marketing? Like, okay, then I still it's a very new concept within Malaysia context. It's picking up, but still a very new concept. So the journey is very lonely sometimes. So it's great to have all the fellows in this room and from OMLAS, and of course from Hassana and others. Yeah, so definitely it helps. And it also helped me to refine my theory of change and more details, and I can see some part of it I'm missing out previously. Yeah, then I'm now is more stable and more solid. Yeah,
thank you. Thank you. I have another question from the for the panel. Look, you have it here. It's a bit of a disruptive question because we hear very often now that upcycling, recycling, and just better managing the plastic waste, it doesn't bring structural solution to the worldwide plastic waste challenge. What do you think of that? Do you agree, or do you think there is something to do? You, who is a specialist and who has seen plastic challenge worldwide, do you agree with this kind of comments, or you think it's unfair?
I think the comment itself has certain truthness in it. Sometimes people is as a cosmetic impact is for some people can call it as greenwashing, but at least we need to do something. That's the first thing. We need to start to do something and to tell people what we want to do. And like example, because we are doing upcycling, so our makers, our artisan, they are doing the upcycling to the community. So they initially thought that, oh, I'm making a product to sell. That's their intention initially. But when we are going in and educating them, telling them why we are using this material rather than we go and buy a cheaper material that can access easily, because to collect all this upcycling material is not easy, because we need to tell people and ask them to pass to us. So it's not easy. So then their community itself, the maker itself, then start to realize, oh, all this material is living longer than us. So they may be in the nature for 500 years, and after 500 years, they're still there. So it's a waste issue that they just get to know. And from there, then they are affecting their people around them and the community around them. And of course, when they collect from people, then they also start to educate the people, try to use differently. Then I, of course, during the journey, also will teach them about 5R. In Aimpactz, we also educate people about 5R. Okay, so if time allow, I can quickly use 1 minute to share this 5R. I just happen to have the slide. Yeah.
Just before you do that, I have something else to add to what you said. We see in your mindset that you are a very balanced person. I am sure your journey has something to do with it. So whatever you do, upcycling, recycling, etc., at least when we do that and when we do it the way you are fine with yourself and very balanced, and so you can only do the good around you. And I think this is also a very good, let's say, answer of the people who say, okay, yes, but maybe it doesn't have a structural whatever impact or something. At least we see through you yourself that it has a lot of good impact on the other and on you.
Yeah, so like just now, the simulation that we run, so every product that we sell, so 50% of the profit will go to the community to uplift them. So we are doing social impact towards the community. So that is one. Then the material, so every product is, if the the product weight 1 kilos, means we are reducing 1 kilo of waste into the landfill. And every product that you saw basically is using 500 packaging just to do one. So means we are collecting your yearly consumption of your coffee, your 3-in-1 or 2-in-1 coffee sachet. You are reducing and become a product. So the impact is real. Yeah. At the same time, of course, we need to educate people to reduce and reuse. And of course, if we can do, the best is to refuse whatever you don't need. So if we can use coffee powder, why we want to buy a sachet coffee powder with a packaging? Yeah. So over to you, friends.
And around ethical products, you started to answer it, to be honest, but we have a question from Taifa, a very interesting one. The people, they buy your product happily today, or still you have to motivate them or to educate them around ethical issues today?
To be honest, the people that buying the product is not 80% of them is not because of supporting environmental purpose. It's not. So 80% of them basically because it looks nice, it's usable. So whatever product we make, we need to make it functionable. So it's usable. And some of them, they are, because you are using the Milo, a very famous chocolate powder in Malaysia and across some of the country of the world. So they will see, oh, this is made from Milo. So my husband in Australia like Milo, so they are buying that. So some of it is just association of brand, and some because of the functional of the product itself. So people not yet really buying because of the environmental cost they want to support, but because of the product itself is functional. So we are serving it as a product itself. At least that is the situation for now. Yeah.
Very good. Very good point. I have a last question from the panel, because look, just a moment. Let me share again one last time. Here you go. Because in fact, we are all a bit in a journey. Your journey was both geographical and also entrepreneurial, also psychological, I would say, but we are all in a journey in terms of entrepreneurship. You know, we have values, we want to commit, we want to engage for the environment, people, what I do, how I transform my ideas into something concrete, how I make also life out of it. So you who has made both of the journeys, the real concrete one to the West and the more entrepreneurial one, do you see relationship between both in terms of principles, processes, but also learning that you can think may apply to one and the other?
So I think first of all is to embrace the difference. On the journey, because I met a lot of different people, different culture, just example, different mechanism also sometimes. Just open the door. Very simple, right? In your country, just open the door. But I have I still remember when I first stepped in to Pakistan that time. I don't know how to lock the door of the toilet. I'm like, oh, where's the knob? Okay, so that time their lock is on top, so which is not common in our country. So, but yeah, I embrace the difference, and yeah, so on top also is nice. Then yeah, embrace the different mechanism, and of course different people, different culture. Then you can learn a lot of things, and it make our life more colorful, more experiential. And with that, then it make our life more meaningful. So embrace the difference. So just back to same with the entrepreneurship. So you have different kind of people, different kind of idea, and different approach. How you want to incorporate all that differences and make it more impactful on this journey. So embrace the difference. That's one of it that I highly use it. Yeah.
Thank you. I wanted to ask you, I don't know if my internet is a bit unstable. After we have a question from Shersha. Hello, Shersha. Just one question from me, one last one. In your journey, at some point, did you want to say So, okay, I stop. It's too much. I come back. And what made you continue your journey when you had this kind of moment? Because you cannot lie. I am sure in the middle of Iran or somewhere else, which are amazing countries, but also, or even in Europe, wherever you can find, okay, what I am doing here, maybe it's too much. I mean, what I need to come back to my place. So what made you continue in your journey?
For me, there is no reason that you cannot stop. If you feel you are tired, if you feel burnt out, just stop. Just take a moment for yourself. So just example, I was doing backpacking and hitchhiking for quite some times. Then I took almost 1 month and I just stayed with one of the hosts that is very, very friendly and very open. And he hosts me for 1 month. I just stay with him and yeah, I just like a citizen of that country and just day in, day out, very casual. So I don't continue my journey. So it's okay just to stop. Same on your entrepreneurship journey or your career journey. It's okay to take a moment for yourself. You don't need to always say that you need to continue. There's nothing wrong just to stop, relax, and start back on the journey. Yeah. Over
Very
to you.
nice. Very nice. We have from Cherna live, and also if you can check after Ming the chat, we have a question from Boon. Sha first, and after you can answer Boon question.
Yeah, thank you so much. First of all, Dr. Ming's journey, it really inspires all of us, all the fellows. Though I have been traveling too a lot, but I have been traveling in the planes, and, Dr. Ming is doing what I really want to do one day, maybe. So just wanted to ask this thing for all the audiences that, I've studied a lot of books, but I wrote one thing, and I learned it somewhere, that there are two pathways to knowledge, and one is through travel and one is through books, right? These are only two. So in the modern world, though we have done substitutions for books, now we are studying online, and all, and even for travel, we just see movies, and we just see the map, and we're like, oh, we've seen the world. But I personally believe, and I want to listen to your answer to this, that is there any substitute for actual travel? And that's what I think makes your perspectives the way they are. Over to you, Dr. Ming.
For me, I think every day is a travel. Every day is a journey. No matter whether you are locally or whether you are at home or you are going out, it's just a different setting, that's all. But every day is a journey. Every day is a traveling for me. Because every day you encounter new experience. You encounter new challenge. You encounter new different people. People locally or different background, different or people coming from other country that come to your place. So you have the chance to travel with them. Or your everyday life, you encounter or discover new way of doing things. All this for me is a traveling. So I travel my own Penang state, Penang Island a lot. And always, every time, even the same road, I go back again and again, I discover new things. So for me, the destination is just a place. The journey is more important. Yeah.
Thank you, Ming. And now something a bit less maybe philosophical. A question from Boon: if you encountered in your journey some interesting wildlife creatures or animals, any dangerous or beautiful creatures that you had not seen before? If yes, let us know.
Let me think about wildlife. To answer Boon question, to be honest, because throughout these 200 days, I rarely go into the nature so much. So I yet to encounter any wildlife that capture my memory, to be honest. But the people and the culture and other things capture my memory more. but wildlife hardly have the chance because I still going to the where people are because I follow the host, etc. So yeah, wildlife is something that I miss out on this journey. Yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Boon. Yeah, over to your friends.
Are there other questions? We have comments from Peter Davin, how to fail and rise again, how we get wisdom by experiencing, and so by meeting people. So also when traveling means to go far, but also you can travel near your home as well. So are there any other questions, or we are good today with Ming? Let us know. It's the last chance to ask Ming your questions or to give your comments. I think it looks like we are good. Maybe some people are writing in the chat. You know, a lot of people, a lot of fellows also, for example, in the different programs do have a journey entrepreneurial around sustainability. So I think they were like me inspired by what you did, and also your very wise comments. Actually, I was impressed. I think you can also continue to, if needed, through me or the OML, let's say, fellowships chiefs like Arshana, who is here. We can continue the conversation, and we'll be happy to transmit some messages to Ming if needed. What I can say from my side, let me know, Peter David, if there is something else. But I think we are good, and I really want to thank you a lot, Ming, for today. Again, your webinar will be displayed in the app, so we will have a lot of viewers, so maybe a lot of comments coming from them as well, at least a lot of inspiration shared by you. And thank you for everyone for joining, and also for asking questions and being active in the chat. Good night for some, good day for others. Thank you. I don't know if you want to have the very last words, Ming. Up to you.
Yeah. Thank you. First of all, and very thank you for having me here to share my journey. It's 5 years back, but the journey still continue for me every day. And yeah, so and it's great to on this journey also having you all as part of it. And with that, thank you. And over to you, friends.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Ming.
Bye bye, everyone.